What's up, people? This is your boy Levelhead back with another live at Level Gamers podcast, episode 132. Welcome to the new year, 2018. We are back on your internets, on your speakers, in your earlobes. And I got my crew with me, -2. But I'm going to let these dudes introduce themselves, starting with Knight Rider himself, Hasselhoff. Go ahead, bro. DPK, you muted?
Well, that messed me up. I had a nice intro, and I wasted it on dead air. Oh, too bad. Won't hear it this time.
All right, and Mr. Mufasa standing. I don't even know if that's the real Mufasa. I don't know if they're just a picture of a lion. But what's up, Norris, man? Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
What's up, everybody? We got Switch Hate and Wii U Love. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, man, we back in for the 2018. We have crossed over into the new year. This is the first live and Level Gamers podcast for the new year. And we already got 5 listeners. How y'all do? I need to get over into the comment section and see who all up in here. Make yourself known. Make yourself busy in the live chat. But yeah, man, how y'all 2018 been so far?
Oh, man. It's been cool. I had a breakthrough today at work. Something we have been working on for months on these PCs that we got. And, man, it just feels good when you finally achieve something.
What about you, D2?
Not much has been going on so far. Still early.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few things happening my way. Some good, some bad. Maybe not for me, but for other folks. They're sending a prayer up for folks at the job, man. They doing some stuff at the job that might cause folks to not have one. So, but outside of that, everything been pretty good, man. We had our first Nintendo Direct. I guess they call it the mini Nintendo Direct Mini or Mini Direct. However, I would say Nintendo Mini Direct rather than Direct Mini. But so we're gonna talk about that. Any other thing that took place in gaming that y'all want to talk about? I ain't really seen much.
Well, I know y'all just heard me say what I just said. Well, I don't really know if this is a gaming specific thing like across the board, but man, I've been seeing a lot of people, showing the love to the Wii U, and I'm just like, where were you when we were going through the trenches with the Wii U, with the droughts and everything? Y'all wasn't even there, but now that y'all want to hate on the Switch and say it's just the Wii U 2.0, like, bro, where were you at? We needed your support. That's just something I noticed. It's
I'm
not like
this.
Huh?
I said, I'm like this. Hey, if you gonna spend your money on the Wii U, you still giving your money. How much do they cost now?
I have no idea. I don't even pay attention to it.
Nah.
Are you sure these people are actually people that are going out and buying Wii U's instead of the Switch, or these are people basically saying that the Switch is basically just overclock Wii U, so what's the big deal?
This particular person says the latter of what you just said, but they went out and bought a Wii U, a used Wii U, and now they're like mad about some of the stuff that Nintendo's doing with the Switch. So it's like, really?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, people do some silly stuff, man, in this gaming space. I don't know. It was a video you sent earlier today, Keith, that I told you I can't do. I watched like maybe 5-6 minutes of the video, and I was like, you know what, man? I haven't tuned into this type of a video in so long. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't listen to it.
Yeah, I couldn't watch the whole thing, but like I got the gist of it, and I was like, you're wrong, bro. You're wrong.
Yeah, it was kind of silly. So, but anyway, man, I guess my 2018. I mean, we how many days in? This is 11th, right? So 11 days in 2018, and I already got a Nintendo. I can't complain. I mean, I kind of know what's coming for the first 3-4 months of this system, and I'm not I'm pleasantly pleased. I'm okay with what's going on, but we're gonna talk about it. But before we get into that, what you've been gaming on, I'm gonna start with Hasselhoff. If I'm saying that right, Mr. Hasselhoff. Go ahead, DK, what you been gaming on? Man.
I've finally I've went and actually went through the whole campaign mode on Gears of War and beat that. I've been playing this game called The Golf Club. It's basically this is just a golf game. It's no big deal. I like golf games. I like games that are calm and I can just sit there and play it at my own pace. It's not hectic. I've been trying to play Overwatch. I can't get into that game. I don't know. It's just too. Well, my friend has been telling me the one that actually wants to play with me the most is that people have gotten so good at Overwatch that the people that are just okay are getting run out of the main, multiplayer online, and they're coming down to our level, us novices and Padawan learners, and kicking the crap out of us. And I'm like, go back to where you came from. I'm still trying to learn how to play this game. It's just, I don't like the idea of just having to learn different types of characters and then playing rock, paper, scissors to try to find the right character to counter another character in order to get things done. And then you pick a character that has a specific ability that helps the team, but then everybody else is running around doing what they want to do. Like if you pick a healer and you're standing at the place where you have to defend the spot or whatever, they're all getting killed or they're getting hurt. And I'm like, well, why are you over there? I can't hear you from over there. I'm not going to go over there and get killed myself. So it's just, I'm not a big multiplayer person. I like to play games where I'm in control because I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to do stupid stuff. So, I guess maybe that's not the right game for me.
Okay. I've been wanting to play that game. You said Overwatch, right? I'm just making sure I heard. Yeah, I watched K-Bum play that game when I was up there. This is a while ago, but he was playing it, and the graphic and artistic aspects of the game, the graphics and the artistic flavor of the game, I enjoyed that. And even down to some of the I guess the way the game played, I was intrigued by it. I definitely always wrestle with first person perspectives. I don't like that. That's still one of the hindrance for me jumping in on Overwatch is in the first, and I don't like that. I'd rather see the full body, or at least like Resident Evil 4, where you see half the body, or Gears of War. They have either that or the whole person in the screen. And so, but it looked fun. But I feel you. He would pick certain characters to offset other characters, or some people are just for defense. Some people are just offensive players. Some people are they basically nurse up or power up other people. And yeah, I can see what you mean about that. Rock, who gonna have what and how did that work with your team? I can see that because that's a team orientated game. You got to be really focused on. You just can't run and gun like in a Call of Duty. You got to really stay with your team and kind of have a strategy or about how you go about approaching the enemy and stuff. So
right, if you have a group of people that you play with, if you have a group of people that you play with all the time, then I can see why it could be fun because everybody knows what their role is, know what you're supposed to do. You can communicate better. But if you just go on with random people online, it's a mess. And I did actually play ARMS for a minute because I was in Best Buy the other day. I said, I'm just going to check this. What'd you say? You're sorry.
I actually got to go up there and do the DLC for the new character. I still haven't done that, man. But go ahead, D2.
Yeah, there was something wrong because I guess they even though they had the Joy-Cons out there, they didn't have it. The motion control wasn't working because I was trying to do it and it wouldn't work, so I just had to use the buttons. And then, graphically, it's a game. It looks really good. I mean, to me, it looks just as good as Overwatch. To be perfectly honest with you, graphically,
I do agree.
It's up there.
Gameplay wise, it looks like something that would get boring really fast if I was playing it. It might be fun if you had a bunch of people over, but other than that, it's like I couldn't imagine playing this game every day. It just it gets old real quick. It really does.
It's definitely a type of game you pick up in spurts. You just don't keep playing arms. You pick it up, have a blast with it for maybe 20, 25 minutes, and then you back off of that. So yeah, I agree. And the graphics, it's interesting that you said it because I was trying to, keep trying to get K-Bum to come off as like, dude, the graphics in arms look just as good as Overwatch, bro. No, don't look good. So I'm glad you said that. I wish that boy was here, but he with the wife out of town, so I guess we'll let him have a break. But anyway, what you been gaming on, Norris?
Man, I think I'm in a gaming funk right now, but I did finish playing the Zelda, not finished, but finished one of the Divine Beast. And after I beat it out, I felt like I lost all the motivation to complete to finish all of them. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, do I really want to go through the rest of this? And I beat the desert one, the one that y'all beat.
Yeah.
The one you and Neil was talking about. I beat that one. It was cool. I think what I really enjoyed was searching for those spots on the map. I really enjoyed doing that. That was pretty dope. Other than that, I've been thinking about playing Assassin's Creed, but I don't want to play it at the way I'm feeling right now because I don't think I'm gonna do it justice. I don't think that's fair to it. Uh, so I think that's it. I think that's all I've been playing. I'm trying to see if I played anything on PC. I don't remember playing anything. So yeah, it's just been Zelda.
Okay. I think I'm kind of similar to you, Keith. I've been in like it ain't that I don't want to play. I just haven't really invested the time to play. Like I have the free time, I just don't pick up the controller. But what I did play last was Assassin's Creed. Funny that you said you want to play it. I've been playing it. And Assassin's Creed, I'm enjoying this game, but I messed around. I don't know how I did it, but I let I was on my horse, and you could kind of let the horse ride the road, sort of like in Zelda, where if you don't feel like steering the horse through the road, you can kind of let him follow the road to the next village or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in this new area, and sometimes when you go past places, side quests open up, and you could just hold the option button to take on that side quest. Well, a side quest popped up, and as I was letting my horse travel on the road, so I held down the option button, and it sent me like 3,000 to 4,000 yards or miles this way. So I went that way, and I got over there, dude. And I was clearly out of my league. Like every soldier I encountered was level 40. Like it was so bad. If you ever played the Division, you know how when you get to them characters that you really got to mow down to get their power level down.
Mm-hmm.
That's how their power levels were looking like. It wasn't a bar, it was dots. So one arrow would take all my energy down to literally just a small bit left, and if I got hit with one of their swords or anything, I couldn't even sneak up on them and take them out. If I sneak up on them, tried to slice their neck, they just sling me off of them. And I was over here lost for about 20 minutes and gave up. And was like, how did I even get over here? And mess around. I'm trying to find out where I need to go. And by the time I found out where I need to go, I was tired of playing, so I put it down. But I played that. And what else did I play? LA Noir. That's been about it. I've been itching to play Mario Rabbids lately, though. So I might jump back on that and kind of get past this level I'm on. I think me and you both on the same level on that, Keith. So I forgot what you said. You on the third or fourth level?
I don't even remember. I hadn't played that game in so long.
Yeah, I just beat the dude who was carrying the refrigerator or something like that, and he froze you and stuff like that. I beat him and went to the level after like the ghost area, the area where all the ghosts and stuff at. So that's where I'm at. So I'm itching to pick that back up. So I'll probably do that sometime this weekend if I get a chance to. So that's basically what I've been gaming on, man. So, but let's get into this. So we had a Nintendo Direct this week, First of all, let's deal with the fact that Nintendo literally was trolling the fans for a good minute on Twitter, and because the rumors came out that January the 11th there was going to be either an announcement for a Nintendo Direct, or there was going to be a Nintendo Direct. So everybody was speculating that yesterday we would have heard about a Nintendo Direct, scheduled for today at a certain time. So everybody, on Twitter and all the different places speculating on and making their prediction on what they're going to see, reading all the rumors. But Nintendo never announced a Direct. All they did was they posted a picture of, what is that robot?
I know Rob, well, not Rob, Chibi.
Yeah, Chibi on fire. And that was it. So all these other people all these other third-party companies and other studios started to also post stuff on fire and different things on fire. It just became this whole little thing, and everybody started trying to decipher what what clue was this? What was Nintendo hinting at? And no direct announcement comes out of it. I want to get y'all thoughts on how Nintendo. First of all, what did y'all think about how Nintendo approached this Direct? Was it unique? Was it cool? Was it stupid? I thought at D2K first, not come to you, Keith. What do you think about all this spectacle that Nintendo created without even announcing that a Direct was coming?
Well, I didn't really know about any of this until you just mentioned it just now. So,
okay.
Nintendo is always doing quirky things just to stay on top of things and let people not catch on to what they're doing. And they just like to be funny. They just like to go goofy games on people. And I guess they got a big kick out of it. So, it is what it is. I mean, I focus more on the content of the Nintendo Direct versus how they actually deployed it. I guess if you were a Nintendo fan, you were waiting with bated breath, like, what are they going to talk about? And they made it seem like it was going to be a big deal with the picture, Chibi Robo, whatever it was, on fire.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because that's everybody's favorite gaming franchise from Nintendo. But, it wasn't really a big thing to me. I mean, I was just interested in watching the actual thing itself because I kind of I don't know how I stumbled upon it. I think I just put up YouTube and I said, oh, it's Nintendo Direct. And I just watched it. It was like, whoa. So we'll get into that in a minute. But as far as how they did it, it didn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that you said that, and I'm going to let Keith come in here. But, I say this after Keith give his thoughts on it because it's something you said I want to talk about. But go ahead, Keith. What did you think about the way Nintendo kind of set this Direct up without announcing it, but created all this buzz around it anyway?
I thought that they did drop a clue in that. Well, it wasn't necessarily them. It was somebody else. Of course, we know there was a game that was at the end that was announced. I thought they dropped a clue toward the end of the whole tweets, but I liked it. I like the fact that Nintendo's having fun with it. You don't always have to stay in your box and do the same things that you always do or do the things that's expected. So I liked it. I'm curious to see what Nintendo might do next. They may have Miyamoto at Taco Bell or something. So I like it. It keeps us on our toes. Because you don't want to necessarily repeat last year. You want to do something expected. You want to go above what you did last year. So I like it.
Yeah, I agree, man. D2K said something that I want to talk about because I saw some of that going on, how the commotion that Nintendo was generating by these cryptic tweets and not necessarily, the rumors out there that a Direct is coming. It's been rumored, and it's also, we have been basically through the Wii U lifespan, we was conditioned to expect that a Direct somewhere mid January every year. That's what normally happened. Only one time it didn't happen, and it came in that February. So every January at the top of the year since they've been doing these directs, we have gotten a Nintendo Direct in January. We get like 3 or 4. I mean, we get like 4 or 5 a year at certain times, and they're consistent with it. So it wasn't far-fetched to speculate that Nintendo or to project that Nintendo is going to do a Direct. So I was on Twitter reading, people getting hyped, people getting excited, people speculating, people waiting, like, Nintendo, what you doing, what you waiting on? And I started noticing other people just hating on the fact that other people was excited.
Yeah.
And I was like, the thought came to me is like, don't be that dude. Like, I noticed like some people just live in a world of criticism. Like, okay, you don't have to be excited, but why can't these people who ain't done nothing to you, their excitement ain't hurting you, why you on here critiquing and trying to basically tell everybody they stupid and, conditioned and, all these different things because they're excited and having a good conversation between their little small crews and posses, and because it ain't getting to you like that, you got to rain on their parade. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be that dude. And I was like, man, did I used to be that? I was like, I don't want to be that dude no more. Don't be that dude. Let them dudes or these people have fun. There wasn't nothing bad about it. It wasn't hurting you. If you didn't feel like reading the tweets, just skip past them. Why act as if they wrong for being excited or wrong for waiting or anticipating whatever Nintendo was going to say or when they was going to announce a Direct? It just created hype. And Nintendo even played into it and created this buzz without saying anything that, to me, worked. It was an ingenious way they did it. I thought it was cool. I'm like, don't be that dude. Stop being haters. Stop being, and that's across the board. I don't care if you Sony fan, Microsoft fan, Nintendo fan, PC, whatever. Why hate on what somebody else is excited about? See what I'm saying? Like, it was stupid to me. Like, some of the tweets I was reading that was bashing folks because they was excited, or bashing folks because they was, it was just a rumor, but they were still there. And I remember myself falling into them traps, doing that somewhat last year, the year before, and cut off some good friendships because I couldn't handle somebody else being excited about something I wasn't excited about. Don't be that dude in 2018. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, I thought it was ingenious. I thought it was smart. And the crazy thing was the Direct came out of literally nowhere. It wasn't streamed. It was just post like a regular video. I don't know, at least unless I missed it when it was actually going on. But it was like 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So let's get into the actual Direct. Let me get y'all opinion on the Direct. I'll start with you, Norris. What did you think about the Direct itself? Like, without going into the details of what games they showed, just overall, what did you feel about this Nintendo Direct Mini?
Necessary. That's the word I'm going to use. It was a necessary Direct. It was something to, without spoiling games, it was something that Nintendo fans needed. It was like that they scratched an itch. No, they didn't announce anything like, in my opinion, grandiose, but they definitely gave you something to look forward to. Definitely some things in there that I was looking forward to. And I was also kind of upset that K-Bone watched this before I watched it. Shout out to K-Bone, because y'all were talking about it, and I was like, "What are they talking about?" I was busy at work today, but I thought it was a very necessary Direct, and I thought it was straight to the point. I like how it was just basically streamlined, no frills or anything. Just here it is, and I love the side panels. Like, here's this one, boom. Here's this one, boom. Here's that one.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. I agree. K-Bun brought up something we got to talk about too once we get into the actual games that were shown. K-Bun brought up an interesting point that he brought up before that I think is relevant to the conversation. So I'll bring that up when we actually get into the games that was announced. But D2K, what was your thoughts, man, on this Direct Mini or Mini Direct? Without getting into the details, what did you feel about it?
I thought it was good. I like the format that Nintendo uses now, where they just get right to the point. And one of the things that I noticed on some other sites is that they actually, for some reason, were disappointed because it wasn't a quote unquote full Nintendo Direct, and it was a Nintendo Direct Mini. And I think it was on Polygon that they said this night responded by saying, "What else did you need? I mean, what deciphers this between this, what you saw, and the full Nintendo Direct? I mean, the only thing that I saw that's missing is just people standing there talking that you don't want to listen to talk in the first place. You basically want, okay, get on with it, get to the games played. That wasn't theirs. There's no Reggie, there's nobody, just game after game after game after game, and that's all that matters anyway. That's what you're going to be playing, so let's hear about the games." I like that format. I think it's brilliant. I think that's what it should keep doing it. I don't want to hear from anybody, hear any talking from anybody until it's major, like an E3, digital event type thing. That's the only time you should hear people talking. If it's Nintendo Directs throughout the year, just talk about the games and move on. Keep it moving. So I like that.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, I'm going to be honest, I kind of named this podcast, this particular one, Nintendo Direct hits like a heavyweight. This mini Direct hit like a heavyweight. It's like, yeah, he might be Little Mac, but it's hitting way above his weight. I thought it was cool. I was shocked because when I saw 15 minutes and I saw the whole mini, I was like, they're not for the show much. But the way they had it formatted, they packed a whole lot within them 15 minutes.
Yes, they did.
It felt like a regular Direct. And there was some surprises in there too that I wasn't expecting them to show or announce. Adding that to what we already know that's coming already. So to me, like you said, what else would you expect? I mean, actually, it makes sense to announce it this way because I'm pretty sure we might get something else maybe next month or a month after that really at the year of the Switch where it really sets up the year. But right now, I thought what they showed was, like Keith said, it was to me, it was perfect.
They're going to have another one in between now and E3, so I expect at least one more. But, like I said, this was good enough for to set the table for 2018 at least.
I agree. I thought it was needed. I thought it was timely. I thought it was perfectly handled. I thought the way that they built up to it fit, the way that they dropped it. It wasn't even streamed. And that's another thing. Why stream a Direct? If you already pre-shot the footage, why not just drop it on your channel?
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I was thinking like,
that's a good point.
This make all the sense in the world to just drop it on your channel and let us watch it at our own leisure.
Maybe they're afraid that somebody might actually get hold of the footage and leak it out beforehand or something. That's the only thing I can think of. But
if it's already recorded, you streaming a recording. I don't know. But I heard that something happened with YouTube. Well, I think that was a joke though. But yeah, I found that very interesting that they didn't worry about streaming it. They just dropped it on their channel and let you watch it. And you didn't have to worry about it, dropping, freezing on you, unless you had a bad internet connection. They ain't had to worry about anything happening on their end to cause you to lose out on watching it. You just watched it, and I thought it was pretty cool. It was enough for right now. It was like I don't know how y'all feel about White Castle burgers. It's small, but it pack a good punch.
As long as they're fresh and hot, right, that's about it.
Yeah. And this was fresh and hot.
Not from the grocery store. Can't do that.
No. So anyway, let's get into this, man. You got something else you want to add, Keith?
No, I was just gonna say about White Castle. I wasn't impressed. That's what I want to say.
You must be. What are you, Crystals?
I've never had that.
You never had Crystals? Crystals is horrible compared to White Castle. But anyway, let's get into this, man. So they started out. I had these up, and then it took me away. Okay. So the game that they showed first was a DS game. They said this game has been worked to be brought to the Switch from the DS, and that's The World Ends With You, remixed on the Switch. What did y'all think about that game?
Um, I never played it. I did own a 3D, not 3DS, but a DS. I know it was a cult classic. It was one of the premier games on the DS, and the fact that it's coming to the Switch to new users, I think. Actually, I don't even know what the game. I don't really know what the game is. But I just know, huh?
That's what I was curious. I didn't know if it was an RPG or if it was a side scroller.
No, it's none of that. It's none of that. It's like I feel like it's like a rhythm game. I may be wrong. I think it is, but it was a lot of people that love this game coming to the Switch. I think that's a great thing. And then there's like they're gonna update it with some stuff. It says a sizable new scenario, so they're gonna update it with some things. So I think this is a really good thing. If you've never heard of it, go back and look up. I'm gonna have to do it myself. The World Ends With You, but it was definitely a cult classic hit for the DS.
Yeah, they did mention there's a rhythm, something about rhythm. So that's why I was confused. Like when I was first looking at it, it looked like a side scroller beat 'em up, like you hack and slash, double dragon, Streets of Rage type of beat 'em up. But then as they kept talking and I was watching how it was playing, I was like, well, it don't play like a normal beat 'em up. So I kind of was confused about it. And that was my first time ever seeing the game. I'm gonna be honest, this was my first time seeing The World Ends With You. But it looks cool. Look like something I might at least investigate to see if it'll be something I want to buy. Of course, they had what DDK? What did you think about it?
Looks interesting. I won't be playing it, but it looks interesting.
So they went from there into the new battle Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon in Pokken tournament, DX DLC with 2 new Pokemon characters. Was y'all intrigued about that, or did y'all was like, to the next one?
To the next one.
Yeah, that's how I was too. What about you? Okay, so they went from there to Kirby and Friends. The new abilities for Kirby and Friends. This, I'm just gonna be honest. I ain't big on Kirby. I've never really ever sat down and actually played a Kirby game. But it looks cool. I ain't gonna blow it off like I normally do, but it looks cool. Like something I might like. I don't know. What do you think, D2? I don't know.
For me, if it's like you play one Kirby game, you play them all. There's very little variety between them. I mean, they have different concepts or whatnot, but it just, if you're a fan of Kirby, then I guess you'll like it. The only Kirby game that I really played for extensively probably with Kirby's Air Ride on the Wii, which was actually pretty good. And Kirby's my favorite character to use on Smash Bros. Too. But other than that, every time I see a Kirby game, it's like, yeah, whatever. Next game, please.
Okay. Go ahead, D2. What's your thoughts?
I just gave my thoughts.
No. I said, my bad. Keith,
I wasn't even going to correct him. I was just going to let that ride. Kirby Star Allies. I was not interested. I'm gonna be real with you. I never I never really just played a Kirby game. I don't really understand the Kirby games. Like and what I mean by that is I don't know how they fall in line with each other. It's like I had one on the Wii U and on the Wii U, and I didn't know if that was like a mainline Kirby game. Was it a side Kirby game? And that kind of discouraged me from playing through it. I don't know what this game is going to be, so I'm probably not going to pick it up. It doesn't really look fun to me.
Okay.
Like something my son may want to play. So I don't know. Maybe I'll pick it up for him.
Yeah, I don't know. It ain't me, and I won't sit here and lie to nobody. Listen to the Live and Level Gamers podcast. Some games that Nintendo make don't scratch my itch, and matter of fact, I'm not looking to be scratched by this itch. I'm not looking for this. I don't know how you say it, but Kirby just ain't a game that this is one IP of Nintendo that I just don't care about. It don't do nothing for me. I know a lot of people love it. I don't know. I don't know why it just doesn't resonate with me at all. But I won't hate on anybody who do like it. I mean, like what you like, you know. But for me, it ain't on my must-have list. It depends on how I'm feeling, and I still probably wouldn't pick this game up. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I will. So let's move on. But it's still starting out good, you know. So we get to the first port. And I point that out for a reason because it's going to play into some dialogue we'll talk about once we get through a few of these games. And it's something that K-Bun brought up that I feel like he would want us to talk about. So we get to the ultimate version of Hyrule Warriors. Keith, what did you think about that, man? Was you excited? Was you wow? Was you well? How were you?
No, this game has been released 100. This game has been released 150 times already, and I didn't buy it the first time.
You a better dude, man.
Listen, I didn't buy it then. I didn't buy it when it went to the 3DS, and I'm not finna buy it here. I'm not interested in any of these Dynasty Warrior esque games. They don't appeal to me. I know that there are people who say that like when they get off from work, they come home and they can play this and they can just swing and have fun and just let it loose. I'll find another way to do that that does not involve me playing this game. So, no, I'm good. I am good.
D2.
Oh, let me say one more thing for D2. I will say this. I am glad that they included everything because I think if you packaged all this out when it was on the Wii U, this game was expensive.
Yeah.
So
I think I missed something I got to come back to. But go ahead, D2. What was your thoughts about? I know you don't have a Switch, but if you had one, would Hyrule Warriors be a game that the ultimate Hyrule Warriors? Would this be something that you would or definitive? Would you get it?
No. The Dynasty Warriors games, the Dynasty Warriors ideal is some of the most redundant and pointless gameplay I've ever seen in my life. I've never understood it. I've never enjoyed it. It makes no sense at all. There's nothing that you accomplish. It is just mindless, mind-numbing. I'm not going to sit here and, like you said, throw shade at people who love it because it's people who love it. There's a reason why they keep making games like this because people keep buying them. But for me, I just like it's so, you know, the thing that makes me upset about the game, that whole style, is that nobody sells anything. It's like you do all this hack and slash, and these enemies just either get right back up or just keep coming, and it's like, what am I accomplishing here? What is the point of this? I mean, if it's really that to the point where you just keep getting hordes and hordes of people coming at you, why not just drop a nuke and be done with it? You know, I don't, things that don't make sense to me don't tickle my fancy. If it doesn't make sense, then I can't get into it. That doesn't make sense. That's the reason why. I mean, it's cool that they have the skins for, like, you know, Breath of the Wild in there and all that type of stuff, but, you know, I guess if you enjoyed it before, you'll enjoy it now. If you didn't, you won't.
Okay, I agree. I mean, for me, my first experience with what you call those Dynasty Warriors game was on the PlayStation 2. One of my good friends, John Brown, used to play it on campus, and then when they got their apartment, I used to go out there, and he would play it, and we kind of co-opt on it and work together on it, and I mean, it was fun playing it with him, but honestly, I didn't get. This was hack and slash that I don't want to play. If I want hack and slash, I want Ninja Gaiden. I want God of War. I want Bayonetta. I want Devil's May Cry. Something that's going to give me a challenge from the different enemies that they throwing at you. Dynasty Warriors and then Hyrule Warriors, they don't challenge you. I mean, the challenge is a whole bunch of people your sword hitting like 50 people at one time, and I almost tried to talk myself into buying Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, and I was trying to justify, trying to work up a desired itch that I think I was trying to create an itch to scratch. I was like, I just ain't itching there, and so I was like, I'm trying to create it. I'm trying to act like I'm itching for this. And as they talked about it, and the closer it got to it, I was like, man, I'm just lying to myself. So I didn't go buy it. I watched other people play it. I watched people talk about it. And I was like, no, man, I know right now we having a drought on the Wii U. And I think it's a cool game if you like it. But I know I don't like Dynasty Warriors. And I don't think Skin of Zelda and Link and all that would make me buy a Dynasty Warriors game. So I kind of didn't buy it. So, and I didn't buy it then. And I definitely ain't looking to buy it on my Switch. But it's cool that those who were into that game have the option to buy it. If you want it, go get it. Me, I think this is a no purchase for me. I hope they price this stuff right. Like, I don't think they should be charging $59.99 for this. I think they should charge maybe $39.99.
That game should be $20, man. Seriously.
I'm just saying.
With everything included in it, too.
Yeah, because they sold like Keith said, they did sell it on the Switch. They also sold it on the 3DS. So, yeah, I think
they done got their money.
Yeah, I think they should be kind of.
I'm gonna tell you what really pissed me off about. I was gonna say Dynasty Warriors, not Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors. My goodness. What really made me bad about this, because it was this guy I used to work with, and he was talking about. He was like, Keith, man, are you gonna get the Hyrule Warriors, man? It's like it's gonna be my first time playing Zelda. I was like, stop it. You stop it right now. That is not Zelda. And the fact that he was confusing it, and I was like, man, I see Nintendo, y'all confusing your fans. They not gonna. You can't go from that and think you finna go play and beat a Zelda game. It's not the same. Yeah. It's not even close. It really made me mad.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the hype around this game was strictly because there was no games to be played on the Wii U. I think that's what helped this game out. The drought helped this game out. Nintendo is in a bad place. I remember Shaw always saying, you know, how he would give Nintendo a pass because of the situation that was created, even though I feel like they had a part to play in it. But they were in a bad place. And when they created this game, I think the fans hyped this game up more than what it really was because we didn't have nothing to hype. So not needing to buy the Hyrule Warriors and not wanting to win, it wasn't nothing to play. I definitely ain't. This didn't do nothing for me. So I'm going to skip on Hyrule Warriors. But it's cool for those who want it and those that didn't get a chance to play it because they didn't buy a Wii U. You have your opportunities. If you got a Switch, you can check out this game. What did y'all think about this whole Dragon Quest Builders demo? That's out right now, Keith. You can go get it. You can go download that now. I forgot all about it.
I'll save my space.
Okay. Okay. So let's move on, man. So now this is the second game right here that caught my attention, and I was shocked. And that's the Mario Tennis Ace game. I remember when they showed us the Mario Tennis on the Wii U.
So you know, I didn't have a problem with that. I don't know. A lot of people had such bad things to say about that game, and I mean, other than the fact that it was shallow and empty in terms of depth, but the game itself wasn't that bad.
And that's what I was going to say, D2. I remember the backlash. I think because we were so hungry for something significant, something that made us feel like we didn't waste our money. And let's be honest, as many people wanted to say that they was rocking with the Wii U, they was happy, and all of us was feeling like, Nintendo, come on, man. Y'all got to give us something for this system. So it showed that Mario Tennis game, I think it just took all the wind out the sails, bro. And I think that's what folks was mad at, because it was barren and we was wanting so much and they didn't give us hardly nothing. And they happened to throw this game out there in the prize. I just think it was just putting in a bad position that it wouldn't succeed, So, but yeah, I remember how people was hating. I remember distinctly was Nia. She blasted this game. She blasted. I remember people trying to. I ain't gonna say no names because you create controversy when you start saying people's names who was trying to justify its existence. Boy, she was like into them hard. I was like, boy, and I agree with everything she was saying. Ain't nobody ain't want this game right now. We want Zelda. We want something that make us feel proud of owning this Wii U. And you give us a bland Mario Tennis. No, man. But anyway, getting back to this, this put a smile on my face, man. It really did. And then the storyline elements to it was cool too. And I'm so I think I want to get this game. I think this might be added to my portfolio. I might trade arms and let me stop. But
no, keep going. Keep going.
I'm messing because I know people gonna be blasphemy, but I might trade arms in. I don't know. But I'm gonna go to you first, Keith, and I'm gonna come D2. What do you think about this Mario Tennis Aces?
I've always been intrigued by the Mario tennis games. I think I remember the first time I ever played a Mario tennis game on Virtual Boy, and I've always thought that they've always had some really good mechanics. Yeah, I'm with you. It's on the radar. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go buy it. It's definitely on the radar. The story mode definitely has me intrigued. Um, and I'm interested to see the mechanics of it. I'm pretty sure they're going to be good, and I'm also interested in seeing how they're going to do the HD Rumble. I think they can really benefit from using it with a game like this. It looks good. I like the uniforms that they're wearing. They're not just wearing their normal Nintendo garbs that they normally wear. I don't know if that's the right word. But yeah, it's definitely on the radar. Mario Tennis, yes.
Yeah. D2?
I thought it looked nice. I thought the game looked pretty good. Like I said, I thought the other one was pretty good too. But from what I saw, this game looks like it's a lot more fleshed out than the other one was. I think they probably, I know they heard the comments and the complaints about the last one. So I don't think there's going to be any of that problem this time with this game. And it looked pretty good. It looked like it would be fun to play.
Yeah, it do, man. I actually, because I like Mario Tennis on. I think it was the 64. I was big on that. It was a 64 GameCube.
64 too. It was on there too.
I think I always bought Mario Tennis for both systems, but I don't think I got it for the Wii. I didn't buy it for the Wii, and I definitely didn't buy it for the Wii. I almost bought Strikers, and I haven't played the Strikers, and that makes me mad that I played it, but I've never bought it. I bought Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, but I never bought a Mario Strikers, and that's another game I think Nintendo might need to consider bringing to the Switch.
Yes,
as a new entry into that. But yeah, this definitely a day one purchase for me. This is something I can see myself getting down with my son, my daughter, even possibly my wife. I think something like this will get us into that. Now, this game, I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Lacrimosa, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Of Dana.
This is Geese 8.
Yeah.
Geese 8.
If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize for butchering that, but you know what it is. It's like a Monster Hunter type of game. I think it was on the PlayStation 4, the Vita, and PC. It looks cool. It looks real cool, actually.
Yeah, that game looked pretty good.
That was a standout game for me. Like, that game stood out for me. It looked like I'm actually controlling the protagonist. It ain't just brought up to. Dude, I can't stand that. That's my problem with Xenoblade, man. That's why I can't buy it. Because I want to control the swing. I want to push the button and he swing according to my tapping of the button. I don't want to just walk up to whatever beast or whatnot, and he just starts swinging and hacking away, and I ain't got nothing. It's just triggered on his own. For some reason, the ideal of playing like that turns me off. But watching this game, I could tell that he was actually he was actually being controlled by a person as he hacked and slashed away on these different monsters and beasts that he was fighting. So it's kind of Monster Hunter-ish. I don't know how I did on the PlayStation 4, Vita, or PC, but that intrigued me. I'm gonna have to investigate a little bit more on it. What about you, D2?
Another game that looked interesting, that I won't be playing because I don't have a Switch. You know, I mean, a lot of these games looked interesting. You know, Okay, well then maybe I'll take a look at it. But it looked interesting. I don't remember too much about it because it was start. This is things were starting to go past pretty fast at this point. So I'll probably have to go back and watch it again. But it looked pretty good. I'm not really into the Monster Hunter type stuff. I thought it looked, as good as anything else in that category. But I guess people who are into that thing will enjoy it. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, I feel you. Let me get D2K in here first. I mean, not D2, but Keith in here before Go ahead, Keith. What was your thoughts on this game?
I'm not really familiar with the franchise. This is the 8-1. I've heard of these titles. Uh, I don't know. I'll keep a lookout on it. It's coming out this summer, so
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about it. And like D2K said, it was going by pretty fast. So
yeah. It was one aspect of it that intrigued me was the ability to build your living conditions or your headquarters or whatever how they put it, your camp, I guess. I don't know if you could do that in Monster Hunter. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm like you guys. I never got off into the whole Monster Hunter thing. I didn't see the appeal. I didn't understand. At first, I thought it was like going to be like a Zelda experience, and I quickly found out that it's not. I didn't like the graphics. I didn't like the point of the game. But this looks a little bit different to me than Monster Hunter. It has Monster Hunter elements, but it looks like it has a little bit more than that. So that kind of intrigued me to kind of, like I said, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna buy it, but I definitely will follow it and try to find out what it's about and see if it's something that it can hold over until other good stuff comes. But yeah, I don't even know how to say the game. So the name of the game, that's the crazy thing about it. So let's
Monster
move
Hunter,
on.
I was gonna say Monster Hunter is a game you should play with friends. You should definitely not play that game by yourself.
Yeah, that's what Red Knight and a few other cats that at the time I was dealing with, they were saying, I think Shokyo is even saying that's what you want to do on that game. But like I said, man, even when I jumped on with a few people, I didn't understand it. I just didn't. And that game, Monster Hunters have been around for a while. I had just tried it out on the Wii U, so I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I really couldn't. Uh, let's talk about this Super Mario Odyssey update with Luigi and high balloons.
Don't get that mess out of here, man.
Yeah, I didn't know how to feel about this one. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't feel no thing. How you feel?
Balloons, balloons, really?
Yeah, I ain't know how to feel about that myself, man.
That's what you came up with, looking for balloons.
I would have at least let you use. To me, I thought they was gonna let you use Luigi. Like they should just did. Well, I mean, this might have been some quick, and it could be fun. But I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna just say it could be. But it looks horrible. It looks pointless. It don't look fun. It don't look like something that would call. I want to run in and find D2K's balloon. I don't think so. I don't need to do that. I don't need to find Keith Norris balloon or K Bum if he had the game balloon. So I don't know. It ain't for me, I guess. What would you think, Keith?
First of all, I think D2K, if you worked on it, man, you can do a great Seinfeld impression. Nobody wants to play with the balloon. Okay. I'm with y'all, man. I don't get it. Like, I'll be real with you. And this goes back to what I was saying about, when I put Mario in my bottom. There's a lot of pointless stuff in Mario. Like, a lot of pointless stuff. Like, I even feel like the outfits are pointless. Like, oh, I get 3 new outfits and they're free. They don't do nothing. I mean,
I am gonna run around as that ninja though. If I play Mario, I definitely want that ninja outfit. But I feel you, it don't do nothing.
It don't do nothing. Then you got me running around looking for some balloons to say what? Bragging rights against, people online. Like, oh, yay! I don't want to do this. Like, I played the game, I beat the game. I may go back and get more moons. Who knows? But I don't want to do this. Like, this is just this is nothing. This is
Oh,
literally the definition of nothing.
oh, I went back to the live chat. They saying the game that we just got done talking about that we said we weren't familiar with. They's like, no, fellas, it's not like Monster Hunter. It's actually like Zelda. It's more like Zelda than Monster. It ain't nothing like Monster Hunter. They saying it's not a hunting
Oh,
game. It's an action game. Like Zelda. Laugh out loud. Look at chat. Hard and Soul 72 is like, y'all need to look at this chat so we can help y'all out. Because I showed it. No, when I saw the big long neck chicken looking thing, I was like, oh, this is a Monster Hunter like clone. But now this is supposed to be like a Zelda action RPG. So yeah, I might definitely look at it now. So anyway, yeah, I ain't going to find nobody balloon. I'm sorry. They can keep that. I will DK, I will take them up on the ninja outfit, but I ain't trying to find y'all balloons. I'm sorry. The truth, I don't want your balloon, man. So anyway, let's move on to this next game. The SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy.
Okay.
Uh,
Now, this is where I said, okay, here now we're cooking with gas. Here we go.
Go ahead. What you think about D2?
Well, I love fighting games, you know that, and it looked interesting. I mean, I don't know if they're going to have more characters than what they showed. I hope they do, but you know, it looks pretty good. The more fighting games, the better on the Switch. I think the Switch is a good console for some of these games for fighting games because you know, a fighting game is something that you can play really quick. You jump into real quick and get a couple of rounds off, whatever, and then go back to doing what you were doing. So it's always good to have more fighting games on the Switch, and the fact that you actually can play. I think it was Art of Fighting 2. Uh, I don't know if it comes with this or if they're saying that one of the characters in that game are from Art of Fighting 2.
no, it
That's
comes
what
with
it
it.
was saying. One of the characters from the game is on Art of Fighting 2, and Art of Fighting 2 is downloadable today in the eShop. The Neo Geo version is downloadable in the eShop, and it would just point out that one of the female characters from Art of Fighting 2 was actually in this Frenzy title. So you can
Okay,
download, you can go buy Art of Fighting 2 in the eShop right now, and then that character that they were showing in Art of Fighting 2 is actually going to be in the game this summer with this new SNK
okay,
Parents Tag Team Frenzy. So yeah,
okay. Because I mean, it looked pretty good. I mean, you know, any fighting game to me, you know, it's always got my attention. So that was one of the things I said. Okay, now you got my attention a little bit.
okay. I'm waiting for somebody to say something that they heard do this part that kind of puzzled them. I want to see if Keith can say it. But what do you think about this, Keith?
About this game that puzzled me. I don't know. I kind of checked out when I saw. I'm sorry. I did. I don't. It didn't grab me. This part of this direct. It seemed like it was another one of those games that's already on the Switch. The ones that you have already bought, and I'm just like, here we go again. I don't know if it's is it something new that they added to the game? I don't, or is it just another port?
Now this is a new game. It's exclusive to the Switch.
Oh,
Yeah.
it just gave me that vibe that it was another port. I don't know. I guess I need to go back and look at it again because I think
Yeah,
it
I
probably
think
went over my head.
So that's the thing about this direct is that there was so much going on and it was so compact that there was a lot of stuff that you missed, you know?
yeah. I'm gonna say this, man. I ain't big on the total female cast of characters. I would rather have a mixture of male and female. Um, it looks cool. Something that concerned me was something that the person was saying said that I didn't understand. He said you can do all this with one push of a button, and I was like, wait a minute, are you saying that they have mapped all the moves to one button? Like, what do you mean by that? So I don't know if that was a kind of like a badly worded part where he meant at the push of a button or something like that. But he's like all these moves is going to be changed and you only pushing one. I'm like, I don't think that's going to be fun, bro. So, but I think that was just maybe a mistake in wording. but the game looks cool. Like I said, I mentioned there was some male characters in there. Maybe just made it straight up SNK fighting game, not making it so. I ain't trying to say feminine, but like with the colors of the font and I was like, man,
too waifu for you,
huh?
Too waifu for you.
I don't know. It just I'd rather have a mixture of characters, not all females. Just like I wouldn't want all male characters. I'd rather have a mixture. But I definitely am a fighting fan. I'm a fighting game fan. Like these type of fighting games, I like. So I definitely be watching out for it. This Dragon Ball Z fighter.
Woo! Can't wait for that. Woo.
Can I ruin it for you? It's an all female cast, but it's just a skin. I don't really think it has any bearing on whether they're female or not. It's not like they're hitboxes or they're hitting harder or hitting.
I'll be right back. Keep talking, Keith.
Yeah, I don't think it really matters. I just think it's a skin of fighters. They could put anybody in this game, and it will play the exact same way. I hope it's not a one button. I don't even know how that will work.
I don't know how that would work either. I mean, how could you possibly play a fighting game just pressing one button? I mean, maybe you could move the no.
I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't? No, I mean, I guess the only way you could maybe work is use the second analog stick, and depending on what direction you push the analog stick, would be a different maneuver when you press the button or something. Mm-hmm. That wouldn't work.
It's the Flappy Birds of fighting games.
I mean, you can't. I mean, I'm gonna have to check that out because if that's what's going on and they can keep that mess, no.
Okay, say what you said because I had to step away. Say what you said again, Keith. What is it?
Oh, you talking about what I was telling you?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just basically saying that it's just a skin. Like, it doesn't. I don't think it has any bearing on whether or not they're male or female, because I think the fighting mechanics is going to be the same regardless. So I just think it's just something that they wanted to do. I don't think it's going to change the game. I don't. Huh?
Yeah. The point I'm saying, it ain't about the mechanics of the game. I would just like to be able to pick a male character, with male attributes, male focused animation rather than all female characters. But I'm still interested in the game though. So and I'd be like that if it was a total cast of male characters. I'm like, man, it should have some females up in here or something. Like Dead or Alive used to make me mad with that. Like they start going heavy on the female characters and kind of left you wanting more with the male characters, and it wasn't a healthy balance, And even Street Fighters was kind of on the flip side. They only had Chun-Li. We had all these other male characters. It was nice to start seeing them add the Camis and all the other ones, or Kami. How you say her name? Cami and all the other characters they started to add to kind of balance out the roster. And that's all I'm saying. But it's all a skin anyway. So they gonna fight. So that don't matter. So anyway, yeah, I'm interested in this game. This stood out to me. This was a highlight of the direct. So let's move on, man.
You just blew my mind. You just blew my mind. Chun-Li really was the only female fighter for a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, not really that long, because Street Fighter, the Super Street Fighter 2 was the first time we saw Cammy, and then so it wasn't that big of a stretch. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
I was just sitting there thinking, like, who else is there? And I couldn't picture anybody. Okay.
All right, so let's move on to this Mario plus Rabbids DLC, and we got Donkey Kong is coming to Mario plus Rabbids. Now I'm not gonna lie, man. This did make me want to pick back up Mario plus Rabbids.
I agree.
I was like, when he threw that banana, I was like, you know what? I got to get back on this game, man. But yeah, go ahead and share what you thought about D2K, and then keep you follow up right behind him. I'll be right back.
All right.
I don't own the game, and I don't own the Switch, and I wasn't interested about the Rabbids. When I heard about it, I was kind of salty because they chose to go with Rabbids rather than some other type of crossover. with Ubisoft, so I'm not the best person to talk to about this. I'll defer to you, Keith.
Okay. Well, I think Level should look at these comments. Cornelius is killing me right now. Man, no, I'm with Level. This made me very excited to see Donkey Kong in the game. I don't know if it's enough to make me pick the game back up, but it definitely made me excited. And I like the way they had his video, and it was kind of showing what his special moves were. I'm hoping that when he climbed up to the top, I don't know if you remember that when he climbed up to who was that, Peach Rabbits. He climbed up to the top. I hope there's like a special ability of his where he could. It doesn't matter if there's a pipe or not, where he can just climb up to something and get a advantage, height advantage for the
Well, he
map.
should be able to. I mean, that's one of his strengths is being able to climb up stuff. And
Right.
why did he punch her off of the thing after at the end of the movie?
He high fived her. That's kind of showing his strength. Like, you know, that's that quirkiness that I just messed that up. And that's the funny antics that, you know, Ubisoft does with the rabbits. Like, if you play the game, that type of stuff happening all the time through the game. Just stupid stuff like that.
That's
like,
kind of bogus, though. It was like, wow, knocked her into another timeline.
I like how he threw Princess Peach all the way up to the top of the thing. It was pretty cool. It's like, I gotta get back on this game.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's another one of his abilities too, where he can not only climb up to height advantages, or he can throw you up to a height advantage, or the other characters. So I think that's pretty dope. But what this does say to me is that there is opportunity for other additional characters that we haven't seen. So I like this. I think this is really good.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. I thought it was well placed in the direct. I thought how they introduced him. I thought the comedy that they introduced him under, it just all worked to me. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. When I saw Donkey Kong, the first thing came to my head was we finna see a Donkey Kong game. Because it's like they ain't gonna introduce Donkey Kong and have him looking all fresh and looking like this, and there ain't a Donkey Kong game somewhere around the corner.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
well, I mean, there still could be, because they like to do that too.
Yeah, and we're gonna play into another game as we saw another port, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. But yeah, I did think like, okay, if they showing Donkey Kong in this game, I mean, it's gonna be a Donkey Kong game, and it might be a 3D Donkey Kong coming down the line. I hope so.
Better not
be retro. Better not be retro. We're gonna fight.
I would say this.
Who's that? Retro? What's that? I never heard of them before.
Hey, we're going to fight.
If it's in a 3D environment and not a side scroller, and they making it,
no,
I'll give them a pass. But I definitely like you. I don't want to see them working on this.
I need a new IP from Retro, fully original idea game. No Nintendo IP. We need something new from Retro. Let those dudes have the freedom. They earn the freedom to do what it is that they want to do. My opinion.
I agree. I totally agree. 100%. So the next game we saw in this mini direct was Payday 2. Got a release date. And that's another thing Nintendo was doing. Some of these we was getting solid release dates. You know, next month, February. But this one is coming out the 27th of next month, Payday 2. What was your thoughts on this? I'll go with Keith first, then you do.
Cool. That's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's go ahead, D2.
I didn't play the first one, but I might want to do that. And then, well, no. If this is just going to be a Switch exclusive, then I can't play it. But
no, it's on everything.
Okay, then I can do that. Okay, because I never played the first one. I've heard of it, but I never played it. But what I saw from this game looks actually pretty good. So I might have to check this one out. Look pretty interesting.
All right, let me back up. Let me back up why I said cool. It's another one of those games that you have to play like co-op, and I'm at the point in my life where it's like I'm not finna always look for friends to play with, and I don't feel like it.
Well, I mean, if it's just one person, you know, that's fine. Because I like, for instance, like the Army of Two, where you and one other person against the world. I like that type of co-op. But you got to have 3, 4, 5, 6 people, then that's when it starts to get funky, and I'm not into that.
My only concern with it is I'm intrigued by Carson's an FPS, so I don't, if they got, I don't know that part makes me like it. Am I gonna like it? Am I gonna stick with it? Am I gonna get dizzy? Like that type of stuff I got to think about with first person shooters. Even down to Metroid Prime, I'm like that. But the other part is what Keith said. Like right now, you got to switch. Keith, K Bum got one. So we all three bought it. We could play together, but will Nintendo have the voice chat and all that together so that we can play the ideal way? That's my only concern. Those are my two concerns. Like, will I like the first person shooter stuff? Because I grow old. It goes old to me quick, FPSs. And will they have the voice chat stuff intact by the time this game hit the shelf? I believe they will, but they have something. I hope they have something. But those are two things that would say whether I will or won't buy. Like if y'all bought it, that might inspire me to buy it because I know I can jump on with Keith, I can jump on with K Bum, and we can have a 3-man team. That would be cool. But like you said, Keith, I ain't trying to play with randoms. I ain't trying to play a game like this with randoms. So I had to see how they gonna do it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna keep a watchful eye out for that game. This next game was another highlight for me, and it's crazy because it's from EA, and that is this Fee game. How do you say Fee and
Faye?
It's Faye. Faye and let me say that.
Celeste.
Celeste.
But this game, I think I'm gonna like this game. Definitely, I think I'm gonna like this game. What'd you think about it, D2? If you saw it.
Which one was that? Because was that the one that was like
blue and black with the colors and the...
Yeah, that one actually looked pretty good. I thought that looked awesome. That looked very adventurous. I would take a look at a game like that. I like games that are more atmospheric. You kind of just go off into another world that's not as hectic. Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Go ahead, Keith. What was your thoughts on it?
I think they both look good, but Faye, I remember. I think this was at the Xbox thingamajig that they did before the Xbox One came out, and they were announcing games, and they showed Faye. This game looks very good to me. It looks very, like D2K said, very adventurous. Looks like it's going to be fun. It's dark. It's very dark. So I don't really know if that has anything to do with anything, but it gave me the vibe of Ori and the Blind Forest, but third person. So I'm very excited about what this game is going to be about, the story, what's the overall thing, and Celeste look good too. Little bitty sprites, but the concept of the game, if I'm thinking about it right, if I can remember correctly, the jumping mechanics and you have to use, I forgot what it was, but you have to use something to your advantage, but it's also your disadvantage or something. I think it's like you use an enemy's attacks and you use it to your advantage. I don't know. I have to go back and look at it, but it's like a fun game. That's probably will be on the radar for me too, because I like those little small indie project type games. I like to give those guys some love. So
yeah, I probably passed on Celeste. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Celeste or Celeste, how you say it. I probably pass on that, but that Faye, man, it does look like that Ori game in a 3D space, and it looks interesting to me. It looks like it's well made, well put together, well thought out. Might have an interesting storyline, and I'm a sucker for platformers, so it looks like it might have some platforming elements to it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that on. I think it's coming out February 16th. They say so. We're getting all these solid dates for a lot of these games. So anyway, let's move on to the next one, man. And this one, I was not shocked when I saw this game because, like I said, when I saw D2K, not D2K, but Donkey Kong. I don't know, I'm tripping tonight. When I saw Donkey Kong in in Mario versus Rabbids, I was like, they got to be bringing something Donkey Kong related outside of this game if they introducing Donkey Kong into this game. So when Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze the port is coming to the Switch, I wasn't shocked by this announcement. So let me get your thoughts on it, D2K. What was your thoughts when you saw this game?
I yawned. That was my expression. It's just, I didn't care for Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for the Wii U. It was too hard. It just wasn't fun to play. If I had a Switch, I wouldn't get it. I can only stomach Donkey Kong games for so much because it's so frustrating and so punishing. Going all the way back to the original Donkey Kong Country. As beautiful as these games look, and they did a fantastic job graphically with this game. It's probably going to look even better on the Switch. The game didn't do all that great on the Wii U. It just did. It just kind of sat there, I mean, maybe because I don't know. It just didn't do as well as it probably should have or could have. And porting this game to the Switch, I mean, to me, it just seems like a stocking stuffer or filler material. Something that they have to bridge the gap for something better later on. So there's a powerful first-party game that didn't work on the Wii U, but we're put it on the Switch, and hopefully we'll catch people slipping and they'll go out and buy it this time.
Okay. Well, I'm slipping because I think I'm going to go out and buy this game. I'm slipping right to the store. I'm going to pick up Donkey Kong Tropical. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was an amazing game to me. See how we can all have differences of opinions on this show?
Right.
It was an amazing game to me, and the fact that they're adding a character. Well, actually, they would have to add a character for me to actually pick this up.
Okay.
If they didn't put this guy in this game, I probably wouldn't pick it up. But the fact that you're adding something to it is going to make me definitely want to play this game again. I still remember that stage that felt like a freaking Lion King episode or straight out of Lion King. I think it's like the third world.
Where it's kind of black, you kind of.
It's like It's like jungle, and you jump.
I like I do remember because I downloaded the actual soundtrack for Tropical Freeze. This is excellent, and I like the music for the Jungle Board because it kind of reminds me of like Lion King type music.
Yep.
I'm not sure what the name of it was. Hold on, I got it on my computer. I can look it up right quick.
While he's looking it up, I'm gonna continue. But D2K is right. This game can get difficult. It has these. If you go through let's just say the first stage, you get all the Kong pieces, and you get all the puzzle pieces. I think there may be one more other thing that you have to get and get all those things. You'll open up, and if you do it on all, I think if you do it on all the stages, you get the K levels. The K levels don't have checkpoints, so you have to be perfect through the whole stage. And those stages are hard, but it's just for those people who want to take that extra challenge. For those people who love to play games at their highest difficulty, those challenges are for you. But you don't have to do them, but they're there. But yeah, it's a challenging game. It's something, and it's fun, and it's Donkey Kong. And I'll admit that this was the first Donkey Kong game I ever beat. I didn't even beat Returns on the Wii. So, and I couldn't beat any of the old ones because I just couldn't get through. And to me, the old ones really weren't that fun. I'm just going to put that out there. They're classic, great music, but they really weren't that fun. I think the graphics on those things really held back the gameplay because they were like, I forgot what D2K, what was it called? The graphics they were using.
Well, they were using render sprites.
Pre-render sprites.
Yes, I think that really held back what the gameplay could have been on those old games. That's just my opinion, but I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna slip to the store and buy this game.
The song is called Grassland Groove, by the way.
Okay,
that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
As far as the original Donkey Kongs on the Super NES, Keith, I'm gonna have to disagree because I did beat the first one and it was definitely hard. And that's the only Donkey Kong game that I've actually ever beat. I didn't beat Return. I was at the last stage and grew tired of it. By the time I got there, we was moving on from the Wii anyway. So I just didn't ever finish it. And then I'm gonna be honest. I think I didn't give Tropical Freeze the fair shake because that's not what I wanted when they gave it to me. I remember having this conversation with Red Knight on his podcast, Active Gamer Life podcast. At the time, because he's real big on Donkey Kong games, and I just didn't. That's not the game I wanted. I bought it because that's all we had to buy, and I do like Donkey Kong games, but I didn't really get off into it because that's really not it wasn't what I wanted, so I didn't appreciate it for what it was and what it brought to the table. And I was kind of starting to grow I'm gonna be honest, I started becoming resentful with you. and some of these games was getting hit by my resentment because I felt like Nintendo was not giving me what I bought the Wii U for. I didn't buy it for Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I bought it for Zelda. I bought it for the Odysseys. I bought it for the stuff we started to see on the Switch. That's what I bought the Wii U for. And the more that they handed me stuff that was on the Wii, I just got more disgruntled, more kind of resentful and bothered by my purchase. I'll be honest. So I did not give Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze a fresh shake. Now, will I go buy it for the Switch? I don't know. I'm more towards Keith on this than I'm definitely more towards Keith on this than D2K, but I don't know if it's enough to make me go buy it. I did enjoy the game for what it was. I was glad that I didn't like. Did they make you use motion controls on that game? I think they did.
It was an option.
It was an option.
Yeah.
Like I think the pound in the ground works better with the motion controls, if I'm not mistaken. So it was things like that that was kind of irking me. Like Nintendo, you need to make your mind up. They totally didn't even use the screen on the gamepad. That made me mad. Like, why do I have this gamepad if you're not even going to use it at all on this game? It just go black.
That made absolutely no sense.
Yeah, like it was like a whole bunch of things that made me like really not give D2K. I mean, not D. Why do I keep saying it?
the initials.
Yeah, I'm looking at it and it got DK in it. But Donkey Kong, I didn't give it a fair shake, man. So,
but that's their fault because they kind of trolled everybody. They were talking. Think about what led into that. The year before, we started hearing, Retro, that company that doesn't exist anymore, talking about how they create this brand new engine that they're working on a new game for the Wii U. And they're hiring people from Sony and Microsoft to work on it, and it's more powerful than the Unreal and all this other stuff. And then Donkey Kong, and that's all you got. And when people saw that, they didn't even get that angry at that time because they were like, okay, maybe there's something else coming later. They're like, no, there's nothing else. That's it.
And they gave us Cranky Kong, and I got cranky because they showed that. I did, man. I remember sitting at the watching the VGAs. I think that's what it was, the Video Game Award. Jeff Keighley's like, we got a big announcement from Nintendo. We got this huge announcement from Nintendo. And I'm all like, oh, man, it's going to be this big announcement. And it's Cranky Kong. And I was like, really? Like, you came all into the VGAs to show us Cranky? I was like, that just flatlined me, man. And
but know what? It's kind of funny how you mentioned that because this year or last year, when Reggie was there, he made the comment, so you really think I came here all this way just to show you XYZ? And Jeff Keighley kind of looked at him like, okay. And then he showed Bennett, but keep going.
But yeah, it was like, that's kind of what worked into by not really appreciating Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Because as I played it, I just played it with resentment. Like, dude, this is not what I want. I don't want a 2D Donkey Kong game. I don't want this. And I'm playing it, and I end up kind of like, I'm done with it. And it kind of just, I just lost all desire to play it. And but like I said, I might get it for the Switch, but that ain't a strong possibility. But it is a possibility.
You should definitely consider getting it because it really. I'm with you. When they announced it, I was like, "This is what Retro's making. Are y'all serious?" And then the whole, like you said, the VGAs. I was like, "Y'all, man, Nintendo, y'all really messing up right now." But then when you play it and like try to really experience it and don't have
Yeah,
that resentment, it's a dope game. Like it's really a good game, and I didn't believe it, and I just kept playing it. And like I said, it wasn't until like the third world, and I was like, "Oh, there's that magic." There's the magic. I feel it. And look, I had progressed and I kept coming back to that stage. I was like, that magic is still here. Yeah, I
yeah.
like this.
I got to the stage I end up not passing was the. I think I did pass. I got to the stage where the owl is flying. You're up trying to kill that owl.
Hmm.
Ain't that like the fourth or fifth stage?
I don't give me the line. I can't remember.
Anyway, I got past that stage, and it was the stage after that that I couldn't. The combination of my frustration and resentment, plus the difficulty of the game, and the fact that I didn't really want this game, it made me mad. I just got mad, man. And I just put it down. I did that with several. I did that with a couple of Wii U games that weren't bad games. It wasn't what I wanted. Like Captain Toad, I never bought it because that wasn't what I
What?
wanted. And I believe Captain Toad is a good game. I just never
Man,
bought it. So anyway, kind of being transparent a little bit today. Levelhead just told us he was resentful over Donkey Kong. Yeah, I was. I ain't gonna lie.
Captain
But
Toad is up. Did you ever play the Wonderful 101?
yeah, I love Wonderful 101.
Okay.
I got to
Surprised they haven't announced another one of those.
Man, I'm waiting.
where they revealed the main protagonist and you had to fight him on top of that ship. I couldn't beat him, and he kept killing. I was right at the end, man. I might have had about 2 more hours on that game. But then after that, I lost all my data, and that's another reason I didn't
Oh
go
yeah.
back. I lost all my save data on there, so it was like I'm done with all you games. But anyway, so we got another announcement. This was the last one Nintendo ended with, and I liked how they set it up. Uh, we got a Dark Souls remastered coming on May 25th. D2K, what was your thoughts?
Um, I guess at this point I'm not really shocked because it seems like that when it comes to remastered third-party multiplayer, the Switch has no problem getting them. So at first I was kind of like, oh, but then I was like, wait a minute. They got LA Noir, they got Skyrim, they got Wolfenstein, they got all other stuff coming. So, it's not surprising to me, which is a good thing, that it's not surprising to me to see high-profile third-party games announced for the Switch. So I wasn't that surprised about it. I never played any of them, so I can't really say, oh, I'm excited that it's, or I'm happy for Nintendo fans it's coming because I don't know if it's a good game or not. But, the more third-party games, the better. So that's good.
Okay. Steve Norris.
All right. So let me say, I'm gonna say it this way. Wolfenstein 2 is coming to the Switch. I'm going to buy it on the Switch. But when a game is this old as Dark Souls, and even though it's an HD remaster, then you have Doom that was the previous game, LA Noir, LA Noir. When the games are this old, I'm always conflicted because I'm also a PC gamer. And I know right now, if I was to look and to see how much Dark Souls was, I know I could play it for cheap right now. So it's like, I want to get excited for it, and the fact that I can take it on the go, that's cool. But I just feel conflicted when the games are this old, and it also depends on what game it is. Because I was listening to Gamer Tag Radio, and they said something to the effect of what if it was what's the game? It's the EA game. It's a trilogy, Dead Space. It was like, what if it was a Dead Space trilogy that came to the Switch? I would more than likely go buy that. But for this one game, I'm not too excited. But I don't want to take anything away. Like D2K said, more third party games. Let's get them on the Switch. I want that. But for me personally, I'm conflicted, and I don't think it's something that I would buy. Let me
Yeah,
look at. I want to look at that a different way. If I didn't have a PC, would I still buy it? Or would I still be interested? I don't know
okay.
because if I didn't have a PC, I'll probably have a PlayStation 4, and I probably can get it cheaper on there. So I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like when they're this old, I think that stands. If the game is too old, I don't feel like I need to go buy it. I can just get it somewhere else for cheaper.
Now what?
Sorry.
Now what if they came right out and like in this particular announcement, they showed you some unique gameplay exclusive to the Switch using the Joy Cons and the HD Rumble that differentiates it from the other versions of the game.
Yeah,
Well,
like Skyrim or something. How they use motion controls in Skyrim.
that wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I guess it really just depends on what they do to it. I mean, that is a good incentive and a nice justification, but I don't know. I guess it just really depends on what it is that they're doing.
I'm gonna say this, man. I have never played a Dark Souls. I wanted to play what was that game on the PlayStation 4 that came exclusive? What was it? Blood something.
Bloodborne?
Bloodborne. It's basically made by the same people, if I'm not mistaken. I almost bought that game. I almost bought a PlayStation 4 at that time for that game until I started hearing the reviews and found out it was like Dark Souls. So I kind of backed out because I was like, I don't know if I want to be pushed that hard and frustrated like that in buying the PlayStation 4. So I didn't get it. But I'm on the fence with this game. I've always been interested in the Dark Souls. I always wanted to know what the fuss was about with the difficulty. Was it really that hard? Or was people just not good at games? I don't know. I was curious, but not curious enough to go out and actually buy it. Like I said, it's I'm on the fence with it. I was glad that they announced it. I thought it was a good announcement. I'm glad that they, let them know it's gonna be remastered. So that's a good thing. Uh Definitely a good game for Nintendo to pick up. I have no problems with it. I don't know if I guess I need to see more to see it in play. And then based on how it looks and if it give me that itch, I might go scratch it, you know what I'm saying, and pick it up. But for the most part, I still thought it was a great announcement, a great acquisition by Nintendo, and it just showed me that third party is starting to work itself up to possibly bringing over those games that you typically would think would skip a Nintendo device. The signs are strong and showing strong that maybe we might have a new relationship going on with Nintendo and third party. So,
I
but
think it's going to be a new relationship. I think it's going to be an understood relationship that you're going to get games from us, but we're going to still just stick our pinky toe in the water when it comes to our major AAA multiplex. We
right,
don't have problems giving you, retread games from the PlayStation 3 to Xbox One, or games that the Switch can handle from this generation, because that already been out anyway, that we've already made our money on. We don't have a problem putting that on the Switch and giving the Nintendo fans who haven't played these games previously an opportunity to play these games for the first time and maybe get turned on to buying more games from our library. But I still think there are ways away from getting the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, the Battlefronts, that type of thing on the Switch.
yeah, that's what I said. I don't know. It's rumored that some of the games that you named possibly will be showing up on the Switch this year. They even talking about Madden might be coming from EA because they satisfied with the FIFA sales. So we don't know. So I'm like I said, it's a wait and see. But with Dark Souls, I won't say I'm not intrigued. I am, but I ain't gonna say I'm ready to jump off the cliff and buy it. I ain't there yet either. But overall, I felt like this direct was good. I thought it was a perfect setup. I will say this to play K-Bone some respect. Was it the question that must be asked? and before we get out of here, because I feel like we went through every game that they talked about. Are we getting too many ports on the Switch? That's the question that I know he would want to ask. And should we be, as Nintendo fans, as excited as we seem to be for these ports? So I jump to you first, Keith, and I come to D2K. Are we getting too many ports, and are we too excited for ports? Let's just answer that however you want to answer.
Are we getting too many ports? When the Switch was first announced, or let me go back, when the NX was announced, or when we believed it to be the NX, it irritated me. And I think if you can go back and listen to some of those podcasts, it irritated me to hear about all these ports and stuff coming over. But I'm lightening up because I'm starting to see from a business point of view that it just makes good business sense to port games over, and I'm actually pulling a lot of that from the other ones, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. It just makes more sense to just port some games over if you can up-res the games and make them a little bit better, or just correct a little bit something that was wrong with it in the past. Do that, repackage it, get it out there while we're still working on things. D2K basically already said that. I think he said that tonight. Um, that while they're getting this out there, they're working on something else. So, are we getting too many? No, I don't think we're getting too many because, like, I remember when the PlayStation 4 came out, there was a lot of new Xbox gamers getting PlayStation 4s who didn't play these games on the PlayStation 3. So, a lot of times we look at things from our own point of view. Like I was just looking at Dark Souls. Me personally, I don't want Dark Souls, but there are a lot more Switch owners out there who probably do. So don't let my negativity or my slight negativity take away from the excitement that other people may get from it. So no, I don't think we're getting too many ports. I'm changing my tune. I'm lightening up. Shout out to Xbox One X. No, I'm playing. Uh, yeah, I don't think so.
Now, are we too excited? You
Are we
answered
too
that already.
excited?
Yeah.
Uh,
Did you answer that already?
I mean that's personal preference.
Okay.
I can't say are we too excited. I'm excited about Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze again. Other people are like, I'm not buying that again.
Right.
You know, and I guess it just really depends on the game. It just really depends on the game.
Right. And I answer. I'll bring mine in after D2K. But what's your thoughts? Are we getting too many ports, and are Nintendo fans a little too excited? Which answer both.
The answer is no. You're not getting too many ports. You can never have too many ports if people are buying them, and they wouldn't be doing this if people didn't buy them. I think that Nintendo looked at what Sony did when they launched the PlayStation 4, and they saw how much money Sony was making bringing ports from the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4 in buying time or biding time until their heavyweight AAA first party titles were ready. And they said, well, if they can do it, we can do it. So Nintendo has a lot more in the first party genre. I mean, that's all they had with the Wii U. So why not take the games that sold well on the Wii U or heck, were critically acclaimed on the Wii U, do what we wanted to do then, but we couldn't because of technical limitations, and put it on the Switch and give people another go around with that while we're working on the brand new IPs and the first run stuff for the Switch. It makes good business sense to do that, to be able to have something in between your major titles. And I think this is going to be a trend in gaming, period. It's not just with Microsoft or Sony and Nintendo. Third parties are doing this. You're seeing third parties remastering games a lot more than they were in the past. We just got through talking about one, Dark Souls. Right. So this is something that's going to be with us from now on. I think it's kind of funny to me because I remember the conversations that a lot of Nintendo fans were having back when Sony was doing this, and when there was these big, huge droughts in the Wii U, and the argument was, well, we have these droughts in the Wii U, but you guys are just getting ports from the PlayStation 3, so ha, ha, ha. Now some of those same Nintendo fans are saying, oh, I'm so great, we got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, we got this, we got that, coming to the Switch. Wait a minute. weren't you the same person that said that this was wrong on PlayStation 4? So those people need to be quiet. But the people who thought it was cool then and enjoyed it then they understood back then that this is just smart business sense.
I agree, and I remember those days because I know I was around it, and I probably said some of it. So, me, I don't think we getting too many ports. I think the situation calls for what Nintendo is doing. Let me say that. When you look at the situation with the Wii U, let's be honest, man. These games did not get their fair shake on the Wii U. Now, what's different between the Wii U and the PlayStation 3 is the PlayStation 3 sold upwards of 80 million units. I mean, devices. So the ports that they was getting from the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation 4 sold well on the PlayStation 3. The games that Nintendo was porting over from the Wii U to the Switch did not do near what they probably would have done if the Wii U was successful. So,
but they did sell well.
They sold well.
They sold well for that install base. It wasn't like they sold. They didn't sell poorly. It's just that the install base was so small that the actual sales numbers reflected that. If the Switch, if the Wii U had 80 million, then the games that sold on the Wii U would be much larger.
Right. Nintendo looking at what they were selling on the 3DS, what they were selling on the DS, what they sold on the Wii. Like, you look at those numbers, and then you look at how Donkey Kong Returns sold on the Wii. And we know the Wii was an anomaly somewhat, but you also had the 3DS and the DS selling like that too. So they using them type of sales. They were selling 20, 25, 30, 40 million copies. Well, then you turn around and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze only sells, 2 to 3 million? I think it struggled to pass 1 million for a long time. Mm-hmm. And Mario Kart 8 sold like 4 million in the lifespan. I think maybe it might be sitting at about 4 or 5 million now for the total of the Wii U life. Like, they sold good for the install base, but they didn't sell what Nintendo wanted it and needed it to sell. So I understand why they're bringing these ports over, and a lot of people haven't played them. And so if you buy the Switch and you didn't buy a Wii U, you're gonna want Mario Kart. You're gonna want Tropical Freeze. You're gonna want Bayonetta 1 and 2. All them games you didn't buy because you wasn't buying a Wii U, you're going to want them on the Switch. Them was good games that deserve an opportunity. Now, a game like Hyrule Warriors
went
to the 3DS, I feel like that's a bridge too far. Even D2K, I keep doing it. I did it again. Even Donkey Kong went to the 3DS. So you can kind of make the same argument with Donkey Kong because it went to the 3DS and Smash went to the 3DS as well. But overall, those are staple games. Hyrule Warriors, I think Nintendo could have left that on the Wii U. To me, they already got the one with the one with what's the game? They got another
Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah, Fire Emblem. They already got that one for the Wii U. So I think they could have left Hyrule on for the Switch. They could have left Hyrule on the Wii U, and we would have been fine. But I don't think we got too many ports. I think Hyrule might be one that could have been left behind. But for the most part, I think the port situation with the Switch is okay. It ain't bad to me. So with that being said, man, give me your final thoughts on the Direct, and we get out of here. Starting with Key.
Again, great Direct in my opinion. Straight to the point. A lot of things were not for me, but I had to remove myself from the equation. But when I put myself back in the equation, there were a lot of things that I found that I'm going to buy, ranging from indie all the way up to first party. So yeah, I think it was a great Direct, very necessary. I would like to see more mini Directs in between the major Directs. Just, I don't know if they had that much to announce, but it would be cool just to see a mini Direct just dropped out of nowhere. Like, hey, today, guess what? You've already missed it. It happened. So, yeah.
All right, D2K.
I thought it was a good Direct for the time. They needed just to refresh. That's what they're gonna have to do with the Switch, is keep so it doesn't become a novelty or a fad, just to keep it in your mind. Say, hey, there's more games coming. There's more stuff. There's boom, boom, boom. They have to do this carpet bombing technique with the games so that people feel overwhelmed to where they say, man, it's going to take me a long time to get through all these games on the Switch, to keep people occupied until their heavyweight stuff is ready later on in the year. So I thought this is a good way to set the table, set the tone that Nintendo, it wasn't sweet in 2017, and it still ain't sweet in 2018. We still coming hard. So I think they did a good job with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think Nintendo did exactly what they needed to do. They created buzz. It seemed like they're figuring out how to generate buzz. They're doing new things to play with rumors, to let the rumor mill play into the way that you promoted your direct was genius. It was smart. It was like, let's use this to our benefit. They rumoring it. They know we do this. Let's take advantage of what's already happening in social media, on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Let's play into it. Let's put this picture of this dude on fire and let them all create this chaos around it, trying to figure out what we're talking about, and then let's just drop this direct mini on them out of nowhere. And it blew up, and it had enough in it to where it justified itself being there, kicking the new year off pretty good for Nintendo. And I, like you said, D2K, I believe that, or no, maybe Keith said this, that I believe this is just an appetizer before the big direct that's going to probably have the bigger names, because you notice these were a lot of small titles from Nintendo. They didn't announce anything big for themselves at this moment, and they went all the way to May, and they didn't even say anything about Bayonetta 3, and probably some of the other games. You still got Pikmin 4 and a lot of games, Smash Bros. It's a lot of stuff that Nintendo still hasn't addressed. Yoshi, the Yoshi game. We saw the Kirby game again. So it's a lot that Nintendo could do in a regular direct that this mini direct already handled some of them, so they can focus more on maybe some of their bigger titles, Retro Studio, anyone. But anyway, so with that being said, man, I thought it was a good direct. It fed my appetite. I enjoyed it, and probably gonna go play me some Mario versus Rabbids and get that itch back going and see if how long I can keep it going before I grow tired of playing it and put it back down. But this has been the Live and Level Gamers podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thank everybody for jumping in the comment section. I saw a lot of stars up in here. Red Knight was up in here. Who else? Rudy. Rough Kong was up in here. Heart and Soul was up in here. The Truth was up in here. Who else was in here? Cornelius, always up in here. Who else?
Shout out to Cornelius.
Yeah, shout out. Alan Steed was up in here. The Game Informer was up in here. A lot of y'all was in here, man, and I appreciate y'all spending some time with us, listening to us talk about games. Y'all stay safe, stay gaming, keep it clean and good. This is Live Level Gaming Podcast signing out. Till next time, folks. Deuces.